Welcome back everyone to another Midweek Chat where we discuss some questions that are set, and a lot of people do this in the movie community, so if you haven't seen anyone doing it yet, be sure to check out others that do it, and I'll put some links below if people have done theirs already. Mine is a day late, so my bad. But yes, I look forward to keep making these each week, and hopefully I get them up on the Wednesday every single week. So, there are 4 questions set this week, as far as I know. Maybe there was only 3, but as far as I know there are 4 questions. And question 1 is, are you a completist? Now this means, for instance, if there's a film series like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Dark Knight, Batman, Superman, any of those, and you have to collect all of them in the series, you can't just own the one. I mostly am a completist, but I will say that there are some films that I don't own. For instance, I only have Terminator 2 on Blu-ray. I don't want to buy 3, but I do want to buy 1. Ian said this, there's no point owning films that you don't like. I didn't really like 3, so why would I buy it? Just to complete the set. But it makes sense, you know, I can imagine people being quite OCD and wanting to own everything in the set, and I have to say, you know, there's a lot that applies to me. Like, I have a huge watch list, and if I had loads of money, you know, I know exactly where it would go. For instance, as Luke said about Masters of Cinema, you know, that's 3 steelbooks sitting there. I want to own all the steelbooks, and as he said, there are 100. They're all spine numbered, so it would be awesome. Yes, I actually just used the word awesome. That's unlike me. Strike me down. I would like to own all of them. Imagine just having all of them, all 100. I know there's going to be some that I won't like or have no real interest in, but at the same time, it's Eureka, Masters of Cinema. Every single film in there is important. And Luke made an excellent point, which I really like, you know. Collecting films is like collecting stamps or antiques or any other sort of historical collectible, because it sort of gives you a look into the past. Now, I know, like, in terms of it just being Blu-ray, you know, doesn't mean much, but it's what's the content that's within the disc that counts. And I mean this for both old films and both classic films and modern films that are coming out. You know, in 30 years' time, you can look back, open them up, see all the special features on it, you know, the commentaries, people talking about the film, behind the scenes, all that stuff. It's going to be fascinating to see in 30 years' time, especially with some of the films that are coming out now, you know. It'll be interesting to look back at them, knowing that I had seen them when they first came out. Unlike now, where it's with the classic films, I look back and, you know, never mind. Don't even know what I was talking about there. There's a lot of collecting time on the complete. Masters of Cinema is just the one. I've got Studio Ghibli films. I have 5 at the moment. I really want to own them on Blu-ray, but the price of them, it's mad. I mean, £15 for each film, and the thing is, they don't even put special features on there, you know. Some of them have, this one has a couple of special features, but really in the Blu-ray ones, it's not like as nice as the picture's gonna look, and as nice as the edition, you know, the cover and the artwork and all looks fabulous. I absolutely love it. I don't think it's worth spending basically twice as much, just for a bit of better quality. You know, they should really throw in some special features to make it worthwhile. However, I am gonna buy The Wind Rises Blu-ray Collector's Edition, which sold out in Zavi pretty quickly. I tried to get my student discount, but I guess I'll have to buy from somewhere else now. So yeah, I am quite a completist at times. I want to own all the films of, for instance, Charlie Chaplin, Martin Scorsese, Kubrick. You know, I want to own all the films of certain directors, my favourites. And I also want to own all the Disney films, which will be a very slow process because I don't really want to buy the ones that I'm not a huge fan of, you know. They would just be ones to buy just to have them, in a way, so I guess that's not as worthwhile. And I would like to collect all the Sony Entertainment films. The Vegas look great, and the special figures are marvellous. I mean, wow, there's so much in this one. There must be about 2 hours worth on this release. So yeah, I would like to own all those eventually at some point too. So yes, in some ways I am a completist. Question 2. How do you tell if a film's good or bad? Do you follow what critics say? And is there any that you like that have plot holes the size of the Grand Canyon? Now, as soon as I heard this question being mentioned by Luke, the first thing that came into my head was The Dark Knight Rises. I saw this film twice, and there are plot holes. I've read about the plot holes, and the ending definitely struck me as, you know, absurd in some ways, but when The Dark Knight Rises came out, it was one of the few films that I had truly got hyped up about, like The Hobbit in that year. It was one of the, very rarely did I get hyped up about seeing a new release of a film, you know. So it was a really good experience for me, and I absolutely loved it when I saw it. It completely blew me away. I gave it 5 out of 5, went right up to my top 30 films. Now, while it has went down a bit, you know, after reevaluating my feelings on the film, it's still a marvellous film. I mean, I absolutely love it. It's one of the best, you know, current action films about. So yeah, I like to just ignore the plot holes because of the way the film made me feel, and I didn't really notice many of the plot holes that were throughout the film, so I guess, you know, with any film, it really depends about you and how you see certain things, you know. Sometimes something will seem like a plot hole to you, but it may not be to another, you know, it could just be personal opinion towards something a character does, or the way a character reacts to a situation. Hopefully you know what I mean by saying that. But yeah, there are plot holes in there, and I think, you know, pretty much most films will have plot holes that someone out there is going to point out. And I don't care what people say about this, I love this film. How has the way you collect films changed over the years? This year has been radical for me in terms of collecting. Now I want to always get the biggest and best and highest quality release I can get all the film. You know, I'll always want to get ones with special features and stuff. You know, I don't like spending over £10 on something that's not going to give me anything more than just the film. Mostly I do buy Blu-rays now. I like to have all the Blu-rays, and I know, you know, they kind of future-proof more, because I know in 20 years time, you know, probably DVD more than likely is going to die out, no doubt about that. So, you know, I still buy some DVDs. I still like to own some DVD box sets and stuff. Many are not on Blu-ray yet. For instance, the Woody Allen collection, I don't believe that's on Blu-ray. See it there. And this here collection, I love this one. There is one coming out which is basically in a coffin. It's a coffin shaped box set. It's the same film, same special features, and it's like £40. So, you know, really you're just paying for this cool looking piece of probably hard cardboard. So why not just get this for pretty much half the price? So yeah, I love owning box sets, and mostly I will buy Blu-ray films, but every now and again I'll buy DVDs. And question 4 is pretty much the same. How do you collect movies? And it's the way I've said, you know, I will buy them on Blu-rays, DVD. I've tried recently to watch every film, own every film that I go to watch. I still download several because of how many I watch, and not being able to get the films yet. For instance, some lesser known indie films that aren't out yet, or even foreign films that haven't got a release yet. I usually do always end up buying them, and it's good to, you know, collect and keep the industry going in a way. You know, I know a lot of people are probably going to go, oh, you're a pirate, but, you know, shoot me. I do prefer to own every film that I watch. It's usually ones that I'm not extremely excited to see that I would download now, or very old films, you know, especially silent films, because most of them are on public domain, so not really doing any harm downloading those. But yeah, I do always want to buy my films. It's just money wise, you know, there's only so many I can buy. If I had an unlimited supply of cash, you know, I wouldn't even be able to talk in this room. It would just be films piled up to the ceiling. Well, that's my 4 questions, everyone. And on a side note, I would like to talk a little bit about my channel again and what's going on. I've recently just been making an adjustment, moving into my new house near my university, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do about making videos because it's hard to film in there due to all the echo. You know, it's a lot better out here, but I'll definitely try to get videos up. I'm aiming now to have a structure of uploads. I remember someone talking about, you know, have set days to upload. I'm thinking Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays will be my days of uploading, and if I miss one of those days, you know, I'll probably upload on the Saturday. And it is nice to have like a structure of when you upload, because then people can think themselves, oh, this person's uploaded this today, oh, I wonder what his upload is today. So yeah, it's nice it's nice to be organised as well. I'm kind of very organised on my YouTube channel. I like to have everything all set out in playlists and whatnot. Another thing I should mention is the horror marathon that I'm going to do. Now I know it's kind of unoriginal to do a horror marathon, and I'm thinking of a way to make it creative and fun. And I'm thinking of just revisiting lots of old horror films. I know I'm going to be watching plenty in this box set, many I've seen already, and I can't wait to rewatch them because I haven't seen them in a long time. Like like Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, 2 of my favourite films of all time. Hopefully they hold up. still. And I think I'm just going to look at older horror films. I just bought Witchfinder General, which is a Vincent Price film. I look forward to watching that. So yeah, I think I'll just have a look at some vintage horror films, and I'll hopefully get a top horror film list, top cult horror film list, and that sort of thing. I'll see what I come up with. I think I'll do about 6 or 7 uploads maybe over a week or two. I won't put as much effort into it as I did with my silent film marathon, as I'll have too much on, essay work and working at university and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I look forward to doing that, and I hope some other people do some sort of horror related marathon, or at least one video. I think I'll just do a horror week. I think I'll pre-record lots of it. So that's all for this midweek chat, everyone. Be sure to check out everyone else's midweek chat. Stay tuned to next week's one. Hopefully I get a video by the end of this week. Well, tomorrow or Saturday, I guess. Until then, everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, comment, and all that jazz. And I'll see you next time.